Hi there, I'm Josh Martin, Mortgage Advisor here at Square One Home Loans. Not only do we focus on helping first home buyers, but we're also non-bank specialists. So the best way to think about non-bank lenders is that they offer solution-based products. So what we're looking at is finding the best fit solution for the obstacle that you may be facing with the mainstream lender. One of the most common of these obstacles can be issues on your credit report. So today we're going to be looking at credit issues and what solutions may be available to you through non-bank lenders. So the three most common types of credit impairment that we see that may lead to mainstream lenders declining application that we're going to cover off today are defaults, overdue or missed payments, previous bankruptcies and tax arrears. So to start off with, one of the most common reasons we may use a non-bank lender is because of defaults. So with non-bank lenders, there are still plenty of options available that cover most of these issues. Generally speaking, the larger the default or the more recent the default is, the higher the rate may be. So to give you an idea, a default under $1,000 is looked at reasonably favourably in this environment, as are defaults that are older than 2 years. Generally speaking, anything older than 2 years will put you in the best position with the best interest rate in comparison to more recent credit issues. Another aspect of a credit file that a mainstream bank may not be willing to support is one that shows overdue or missed payments on consumer lending such as credit cards and personal loans, especially if there is more than one missed payment. Again, with non-bank lenders, there are a wide range of options available for this type of issue, and there are some very competitive interest rates for this type of impairment. In some scenarios, we can actually look at consolidating the default into the loan itself. So if you're still paying off a default, in some circumstances we can look to repay and close off the remaining default from the loan proceeds at settlement. If you've had a bankruptcy charge against your name, it may be difficult to obtain lending from a mainstream bank. However, if the bankruptcy is discharged, we do have option with non-bank lenders from the first day after discharge. If the discharge is over 2 years old, the interest rates will also likely be lower than that of a more recent bankruptcy issue. With IRD arrears, such as income tax and GST arrears, these types of issues may likely put your lending outside of main bank lenders. Non-bank lenders provide options not only for applying for a home loan itself, but also consolidating these arrears as part of the transaction, if we have sufficient equity or deposit to allow this. Again, there are plenty of options out there for those looking to purchase with historical arrears, or also those that are needing to find the capital to pay off the arrears themselves. If we're looking at non-bank lending, because of credit impairment, the interest rate is likely going to be higher than some of the lower advertised rates we can see out there. With non-bank lending, there are a lot of factors that do make up the interest rate, such as LVR, type of default, size of default, etc. Although uncommon, interest rates can go right up to around the 8 to 9% mark in a worst case scenario. However, if you're in a position with this kind of interest rate, we will be looking at the whole picture and whether we can put you in an overall better financial position by taking up a loan with this kind of interest rate. Some points to note around non-bank lending is that generally speaking, a higher deposit than most banks can consider may be required, with most needing a minimum 15% deposit. Location also becomes a very important factor with non-bank lenders, and there can be significant restrictions with both LVRs and loan amounts when the property is located outside of major New Zealand centres. There will also likely be a loan fee with non-bank lenders. This ranges anywhere from $500 right up to around the 1% of loan amount range. In most cases, we will also need a registered valuation on the property you're buying or looking to refinance. Of course, this is just an introduction to give you an understanding of what we're looking at when dealing with non-bank lenders with credit issues. So if you want to talk through your own position or get any advice, please feel free to give me a call at any time.